Truth be told, this will be our fourth video on Trudvang Legends. We've already made one video for the unboxing of the original content, and now the stretch goals and additional bought content will be on the unboxing. We also made two videos about the gameplay. You can watch those right here. And for now, let's enjoy this unboxing. So, in the moment of Trudvang, jeez Maries. Alright, let's get it down. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and the plastic inserts. Let's break them down one at a time, and I might not be opening all the boxes because of the shitload on content, and I want to keep this video quite short, so let's continue. So let's start with the small things. I don't remember buying the plastic rooms, but okay, I'm fine with it. I'm opening it because I am quite curious to see. I'm not 100% sure if I think this product is, well, in order. Yeah, well, I'm seeing some deviations and I can't be sure if they're intentional or just a lack in quality, but I think you can decide that for yourself. You can see those smudges, which I am not really sure they are intended. I think they are in the process of creating these runes, because you can see this one is actually quite good, whereas this one is, well, smudged all over the place. And again, it could be intentional, but it doesn't feel like it, for me at least. So one thing I can say is, if you are planning on playing Trudvang in the near future and you have these plastic runes, use them. The cardboard ones are of a pretty poor quality. Now these are the plastic points of interest. I'm not going to open it, but I can say that I am actually quite fond of this. The original game only has these chips that you can place on the board, and this is a definite upgrade to your gameplay experience and your table presence. So I would definitely recommend using these. I will try and make a time link when opening these different boxes. So we'll be now opening the Wildlands expansion, and I will try and make time links for every expansion. So opening it. Okay, one thing I again immediately dislike is these are the companions that you will be placing on the board. And again, they are of cardboard inserts. So yeah, why? We are looking at an extra add-on of the game. Just bring that little bit of extra attention to this game. So here we have the Book of Sagas. I will make a little sneak peek for some of you, so if you don't want to see them, try and blur that side of the video. This is something extra for the basic rules, or basic setup, I'm sorry. But I'm not really seeing anything. And we are looking at 5 stories. Oh my god. Just 5 stories. Okay. That's not much. 5 campaign sheets. Not opening this one. We have the new hero packs. So I am going to open 2 of these. So you can see if there are any new cards or if they're a type of unit, or at least not unit but character that you would like to try and play. And this Ulf guy does have a lot of cards, so let's try and open this one. And I am just going to firstly, oh yeah, sure, come on, and tape. They love their tape. Now we have these Garm riders, and well, Garms were already in the original Trudvang Legends, and this one, sure, it is a command mini, so it looks fairly nice, but I'm sure I am not going to try and paint them. And I have to be honest, I like this enemy quite a lot. And well, the back is pretty, well, nothing to see here. Pretty simple. And we have these stone guys. I don't know how or trolls. Trolls are already in the original story, and here I am just going to take 2, and let's try and take the guys that I wanted to open. We have Nana, if you've seen Steve Harvey with Nana. And we have Ulf. So again, command minis. Not the biggest industry standard these days. And I'm opening Ulf. So again, here we have the basic card of Ulf with its exhausted side, or the other way around. He does have a lot of cards. So let me just put them down here for you so you can try and see them. I hope the camera angle and quality will be good enough for you. So we have Supply 2, Combined Speed 2, Chronicized Swap, Leadership 2. So this is pretty standard for Trudvang. With Legendary Supply, Legendary Combined Speed, Legendary Synchronized Swap, Legendary Leadership. We have his gear, so sure, this is the basic setup. But then I have Combined Hit 1, Combined Hit 1, alright, twice. Safeguard 1, yeah, Safeguard 1. Another Safeguard 1. Wow, I want to try and reorganize this a little bit, sorry. Combined Hit 2, Combined Hit 2, Safeguard 2, Safeguard 2, Ultimate Combo, Ultimate Preparation. So these are also these cards that are added extra into your deck. Now we have Legendary Combined Hit twice, Legendary Safeguard and Legendary Safeguard. So I already like Ulf way more than I like the original characters, because it seems you have a genuine option to pick and choose and to try and make Ulf something that you don't have or that you need. Which was one of our biggest complaints with Trudvang. I have no idea what kind of character he is actually, so I'll put it on the screen for you. But normally if you would play a ranger, for instance, you just have the basic cards, and if you want a more tanky ranger, that's not an option. You just have the cards that you have and you have to make do with them. And if you have a bad draw, then you're probably out of luck. Now it does seem with Ulf that you can make changes, which I am super excited. So kudos for Ulf. And I said I would open Nania or Nana. Nana? Mama?
Didn't you say Nana?
I'm sorry, Frank will be disappointed with me, but I'm going to add that clip of Steve Harvey somewhere in this video because I think it's way too funny to leave out. So for Nana we have the, what I can already see, the pretty standard boxed character. The standard boxed upgrades. But no ultimate. She's a fighter, so as you can see she has pretty much damage dealing cards. She can pack quite a punch. Alright, she might be fun, but she doesn't have any healing. She's a berserker of some kind because she actually loses life to deal damage. Wow, I kinda like her. So one other major complaint we had was that there are event cards that say enemies with this symbol move to a region to you or in your region. And now I can see that we have two types of enemies in this box which also have this symbol. So I am pretty excited about that because that was also one of our critiques with the original Trudvang. Now I'm not saying things are solved, but it does make the game more interesting. So let's open Westmark. Okay, again we have some... oh, wait a minute. Okay, this could be interesting. I have of course no idea how this system will work, but it looks quite funny. But again, it's punch-out cardboard and we've seen enough of that with the original Trudvang. Let's open the book and we have 2 pages of rules. And then we immediately have, 3 pages of rules, and then we immediately have the Book of Sagas. So I am not really going to open it too much, but it has, again, 5 stories, which makes me sad. Now let's see. We have an extra map. That's pretty funny. So one of the complaints I edited out in our last video about Trudvang is the map and how much of the map is being used. So I am going to repeat that one now without cutting it. The original board of Trudvang, I think probably 80% of the whole gameplay is centered around the top part of the map. Now we have some added parts of the map. I don't know if we will be playing a lot more on this part or we're still using the original top part of the board for 80%, but we'll have to figure that one out. I do like the fact that they've added in an extra board, but I'm afraid it'll be a little bit gimmicky. I'm going to just show you it like this. Now we have, I think, 2 or 3 basic enemies and 2 or 3 enemy heroes or enemy leaders. I like this wizardy type, how it looks. And I think that we are going to have to replace our Bard in Gloomhaven because I like this Bard way, way, way better. And one thing I forgot to add in the previous video is that you can see that these are story cards that are represented by the Westmark expansion and because of the WM. In this one we have 2 enemies with a bigger stack, and I can already see that there are event cards added in this game, so okay. So I'm opening Lurile. I'm going to place her to the side, like this. Erase 1, level up 1. Irritation. Erase, lead up, ground defense. Her. And then she has thrust twice. Steadiness twice. Oh, damn. It's pretty much the same as with Oof. Oh, we do have 2 ultimates. So she has block. She has discard feat cards, so some kind of mitigation effect. Alright, so she has some pretty unique features, I think. I'm not going to figure out how she works, but I think it's pretty cool. So I'm opening Grandpa here, Sigga, and he has selection, right. Dark light, dark power, selection, blah 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 blah. Warlock stuff. Hey, something different. Immolation, blood spawn. Alright, more immolation. Alright. So, sure. Ultimate mutation. Ultimate mutation, which is new, of course. Ultimate this one, and legendary of this one, and again, and 2 legendaries of these. Some extra cities and some extra events. Look, and again, this is the card I was talking about earlier. So I'm curious to see if these events cards will be shuffled into the original deck. I think they are, because otherwise you would have quite a small event deck, and the previous box didn't have an event deck, so well, that would be kind of strange. But hey, it's an expansion, so I'm not really sure how it will work out. Now, the box that hurt my feelings the most, the Legends Thornbeast, or the Trudvang Legends Thornbeast. It has a really small setup, and I'm trying to find if this is going somewhere into the original. Yeah, I think this is a unit that can be added into the original Trudvang. So, okay. It has some cards. So, card for the Thornbeast. It's card double-sided. I don't know if there's a difference. No, doesn't seem to be. And some event cards, and I did just read that you need to shuffle these ones in the original event deck, so okay. And of course we want to see the mini, because I think that was the biggest reason I bought it. Or was that just FOMO? I think it was FOMO, because this was my first campaign on Kickstarter, so wow. Oh, I do like this. Okay, so it has a throne, which a unit can be sitting on. And well, the mini is actually pretty good. It reminds me something of the dragons, of the vampire counts in Warhammer Fantasy, I need to say, for the old people among us. Alright, on to the Muspelheim. If you are watching the video completely, then I think we'll be having the same drill by now. Just one sheet of rules and a book of sagas. And I'm just opening to see how many sagas we have. And I think we can have 5 sagas. Yeah, we do. We have 5 sagas. Now this one does look interesting. And oh, okay. This map looks different like the rest of the game. I have no idea how this will work. There's nothing sleeved here, so no cards will be added on it. We have some punch-out cardboard, so no idea how this will work. But it's something different, so it might be interesting. So again, here are the different units, enemies and heroes. Again, oh, these even more difficult. I see some 8 kind of bats and 2 lovely horse riders, some really spooky kind of ghost, and 1 giant piece of Frank. A big cow. Or moose, or so we have, geez Louise, 5 characters. Yeah, 5 characters. And deck. Alright, this is the main enemy and some extra event cards. I'm not going to open these event cards this time. I'll just put it back in the box. And if I am seeing the thickness of these cards or these packages, I think they are most representative of the original game. I'm just going to open one up for shits and giggles. And it'll be the Bard. And I am actually quite interested to see if you need to play with these figures or on this map, or that you can use any kind of figure. So let me get these ones out of the way. These can already go into the box. A little bit of cleaning. Yeah, sure. You have pretty much seen this all by now, but again, no ultimates. Any hero gains life. Alright, so he has a little bit of healing. He has a little bit of damage output, and he can assist heroes. Okay, so again, some assistance, something that you can that you would think of when playing a bard, some blocking. Okay, so yeah, sure, that's interesting. Yeah, okay. But it doesn't seem like you need to play with these characters on this map. Alright. On to the Darkwoods. Again, punch out cardboard. the rulebook with the Book of Sagas. Oop, just a little bit too fast. Again, only 1 page. And then the Book of Sagas with, again, 5 stories. Yes, 5 stories. It's getting a little bit repetitive right now. Okay, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. I hope we have 4 new types of basic enemies, but they seem the same, but they hold a different weapon, at least for 3 of them. I do like the Giant, the tree guy. I really like it. If I were to play one of these expansions, I think, just looking at the enemies, I would be most inclined to start playing this one. So, the Riddle Master is something that we already knew. Alright, you have a pretty big stack of cards. So, alright, we've got Yorush with Demonic Flare, Demonic Dance, Demonic Punitive Flame, and Wrath. So again, blop, 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 blop. So, this guy is fun too. He has fast, so he will be attacking before the enemies will attack. Something drastically different than what we've seen before, or I haven't played any original character that has the text fast. He might be there, but I haven't played it. I think this character also looks pretty fun because he has block, he has damage, and he has quite some damage output. So I really like his build, though I have to say that he is pretty heavy on the leaves and fire. Well, yeah, well, it's pretty over the place. Yeah, no, it's pretty balanced, I think. And just to be interesting, let's open this one too. So, just to repeat what I've already told you, again, this says DW, so Darkwoods expansion for its cards. And there are some extra achievements. Here are the enemies, the giant spider, the Garm, which is interesting because we already had a Garm. So one more up to the camera for you guys. And it seems that there are different kinds of enemies. This is a side quest, alright, not showing you too much. It does seem that this expansion has quite some depth to it. So again, now I'm not going to show you too much because of the spoilers. If you want, you can zoom in on this part of the video. No, it's I think this is a good expansion. Well, the last one, and these are all the stretch goals, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, there were stretch goals in some of these boxes. They were stretch goals too. Or I'm totally mistaken and I'll be editing that one out. So the Lost Stories. We just start with, again, some rules. And of course, again, the Book of Sagas, which again has 5 stories to go through. I think this is a real bummer, you know. An add-on with just 5 stories. If you've seen how fast you can play through some of these stories, yeah, I'm not really sure that it's worth your money. Alright, so this is a box that also is in the original game. Wow. So it does have a lot of content. Some extra cards. Here are a lot of extra, well, heroes. And let me be quite frank with you. I don't think this game needs so many heroes. Well, you see for yourself, I have no idea why we need this many heroes. Give me some extra enemies. And I haven't checked, but are there even copies here? Ranger. Yeah, we have already 2 fighters. We have another fighter, and these are defensive guys. We've got 3. So, whoop. Well, as you can see, we've got 3 of these, 2 of each other, and I don't think we need those many heroes. I really think it's, yeah, of course I knew this when I saw the campaign, but there is no added benefit in all these characters. Yeah, sure, they might play something differently, but the campaign is purely the same, and you might make some other choices during a rerun of your campaign. But these companions won't make the difference. More enemies or different event cards or something else to spice up the game would have been such a better thing to have. So I'm going to open the rest of the box, of course, because I'm not ending the video on that bummer note. So oh, okay. This one's from here. Alright, so this one doesn't have any tape, which is fine with me, of course, but something strange is happening. We've got some dragon arms which are detached, so we need to add that one to the dragon which is down here. These are the heroes, of course, and the different enemies. I do think they look very good, these different enemies. But I wonder how they will be added into the game. It's of course a campaign, so... Oh my god. This does look amazing. I would start playing the campaign only to see what these enemies do. And I wonder if these enemies can be shuffled into the main game. I don't think so, but... Wow, that would be... That's such a shame if it isn't. What a great addition that would be. If you could add these enemies to the game, but of course they're also triggered by the stories, so I guess they won't. And I think that they're not supposed to be used as to replace the generic enemy token. So if you don't want to see this, I can understand, but I am going to show you some of these cards, so you can just have a quick look on what to expect. And I am going to just take a look for myself if there's anything worth mentioning. These are all enemies, a lot of enemies. Forest trolls, the draugrs, the basic enemies are also coming back. Some extra abilities, some extra titles. Come on, we need some extra adventures. No. Nothing added to the adventure deck. So, yeah, this is pretty much the whole story deck, which is fine, but it's not enough in my opinion. So to conclude, it's a lot of stuff as you can see, and it's a bit of a disappointment mixed with some higher expectations than I had. Some of these boxes actually do provide some extra content to the original game, if it is managed to be played into the original game. I don't know that for sure right now. If it is great to see such a thing. If it isn't, it's a shame. In some of the parts of this video I said while opening one of these boxes that it was pretty meager, and I think that is pretty much the whole thing. We don't need that many heroes. We do need more enemies and we need more variety. We have some different maps, we have some different abilities, we have some units, with some heroes with genuine different cards, but I think it's not enough. And looking back at what I paid for it, I don't think the money is worth the value of these boxes. I think we've overpaid in terms of content. Yes, I can see there is quite a lot of plastic in these games involved, but it's not worth the pricing. Let me know your opinions. Did you receive your boxes? Have you already opened them? Have you already been able to play a session of one of these games? I would really like to know your opinion about one of these boxes, because like I said, some of these I think are pretty good and I want to know if they are. So let me know if you've opened one of these boxes and you've been able to play one of these campaigns. Was my assumption on these boxes correct? Is the game better than you might expect, or is it even worse than I thought? I would definitely like to know. I'm not going to play one of these boxes anytime soon, though I might try and convince Frank by playing one of these boxes. But that'll be probably in the near future, let's say 1 or 2 years from now. That said, thank you for watching and we'll see you in the next video. If you've enjoyed this content, please leave a like, consider subscribing, or leave a comment on the video, and try and watch one of the other videos that we have prepared for you right here, and we'll see you in the next video.